Carolina and Company Live is sponsored by the businesses, organizations, and groups featured in this program. The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect that of WPDE ABC 15, WWMB CW21, or its employees.
You're watching Carolina and Company Live, your source for fun, entertainment, and events. With your hosts, Cecil Chandler and Amanda Sellers. If it's happening in the area, it's on Carolina and Company Live.
And hello, everybody. Welcome to Carolina and Company Live. I love our new logo, our new features on the show. We do a lot of different stuff. And you're going to see more of it today. We started yesterday, and it's improving what's happening. So right now, we're going to look here. Okay, this is what's coming up today. Celebrities' birthdays, the Hollywood Minute, of course, and Laugh of the Week, the joke of the day, and all that stuff's coming up. Video of the day, and today's guests. We've got 3 guests, and one of them going to talk about Highway 31, when it's going to be finished. All that and a lot more, but right now, let's check the weather.
All right, good morning or good afternoon now, everybody. We can at least confirm that the Grand Strand is warmer than expected. And that was something we talked about this morning on Good Morning Carolina. As we said, the Grand Strand may exceed expectations. Daytime high of 69. Well, that has since been gone. 70 degrees right now in Myrtle Beach and Georgetown. 71 in North Myrtle, all right, says Cecil. 70 in Sumter, 72 Florence, 70 in Raw. Again, a good 5 to 7 degrees warmer than where we were at this time yesterday. So we'll actually raise this number at the coastline now to 73, 75 inland, building warmth today. Talk about these temperatures, though, over the next several days. And we do have potential record territory on the way for the PD, especially in Florence, Thursday and Friday. 2 days that we could be watching for some potential record warmth there, especially on Thursday. I do believe we may see a few 80-degree readings for inland locations. Myrtle Beach, well, that would be Wednesday and Friday, the 2 best days to set some records across the region. Here's the setup. Generally, the jet stream is creating this battleground, if you will, from the desert southwest all the way to the northeast, separating the cold and stormy conditions from the warm and dry conditions south of the jet. This south of the jet stream feature, that high pressure, staying in the Carolinas over the next several days, but it does open up some Gulf of Mexico moisture as the storm system develops across Oklahoma and Kansas. Now, that area of low pressure will begin to move to the east, and as it does, it will bring a decent amount of rainfall to the south, a wintry mix, and an ice storm. Ice storm warnings in effect for Chicago last time happened 10 years ago, back in December 2009. This area of low pressure will eventually reach the Carolinas this weekend, bringing much colder air. I don't anticipate a lot of rain with this system, but the cold air behind this cold front will most certainly reach the Carolinas by week's end. Until then, we're under the regime of high pressure, which means dry days and warm weather, even some 80s to potentially end the week. Then we're down into the 50s on Saturday. Keep in mind, these numbers are very, very much where we should be this time of the year, 53 to 57 degrees across the region. So it's nothing too bitter cold. These are average temperatures for this time of the year. 56 to 58 there on our Sunday, partly to mostly cloudy. And then next week, we're back to very likely above average temperatures. It'll start off on our Monday with temperatures in the 60s. And then those temperatures may continue to rise up heading into the rest of next week. We may also have a few isolated to scattered sprinkles around the region on our Monday afternoon. We'll have to keep a close eye out on our Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right, talking about some great weather coming our way. But right now, we always like to find out what's going on in Hollywood. Here's our Hollywood Minute.
All alone, he's not the only one.
How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World doesn't reach U.S. theaters until February 22nd, but it's already a huge hit. The animated adventure topped the international box office last weekend, grossing more than $40 million as it debuted in 23 markets. Overall, it's made more than $85 million in 41 international markets.
Your friends and family members have lost their perspective.
Sarah Paulson has a central role in the U.S. box office champ, Glass. She says she leaped at the chance to work with writer-director M. Night Shyamalan.
I remember where I was when I saw Sixth Sense and Unbreakable and Signs, and what I did after, and my best friend when I went to see Signs, like not wanting to go home alone, and I just remember so many points in my own personal history that are associated with seeing movies of his.
Did you know the first Superman couldn't even fly?
Paulson's Glass co-star Anya Taylor-Joy is headed to the UK. Variety reports she's set to play one of the leads in Last Night in Soho from Baby Driver writer-director Edgar Wright. It's described as a psychological horror thriller set in London's Soho district. Filming in London is expected to start this summer. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Hi, my name is Keith. This is the joke of the day. Ooh. So my girlfriend was doing her makeup the other night. I told her she'd do her eyebrows on too high. She seemed surprised. Ooh.
Okay, I have not seen these. We started this joke of the day thing. We're doing it once a week, and I don't know. We got to do a little better than that, Keith. We'll have to try to find you some better ones. The setup was great, though. Everything looked good. The brick wall and joke of the day that comes across, but we got to have a little help. All right, now let's find out about the video of the day. We got to check this out right now. It's going to help you tell you a little something. All right, Japan's biggest snow festival has opened in Sapporo on Monday, showcasing about 200 snow and ice sculptures. Tourists gathered and took photos in front of the big sculptures featuring Star Wars characters and other popular cultural figures. Now, that's right there in Japan, the big ice festival. And that looks like that would be a lot of fun. You'd have to wear a big coat, though. Wow. That's video of the day. All right, we got a lot of stuff planned for today, but first off, we got to find out a little bit about birthdays. Are you ready? Here we go. Today is Tuesday, and it's a great day for sunshine, which Zach just told us about, and it's also National Weather Person's Day. So how about that? Birthdays today, let's check it out. Hank Aaron, Hammerin' Hank, they call him, 1934 he was born. The man is 85 years old. I have an autographed baseball from him. Right fielder known as Hammerin' Hank, of course, set MLB record with 755 career home runs, breaking Babe Ruth's record. And he learned to play, listen to this, by hitting bottle caps with a stick broom handle. How about that? 1964, Duff McKagan, 55 years old. Bass player with Guns N' Roses and Velvet Revolver. And before music, he was a server at Black Angus, and he did well after he got out of that. 1969, Michael Sheen, he's 50 years old. In the movie The Queen, Frost and Nixon, great show, Master of Sex, and worked at Welch fast food restaurant before becoming a star. Today in history, let's go back to 1953. Here we go. The Walt Disney film Peter Pan opened at the Roxy Theater in New York City. In 1986, Prince released the song Kiss. Now from the Know-It-All department, let's find out what we got today. All right, Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, listen to this, spent 741 weeks on the Billboard charts from 1973 to 1988, making it longer than any other album. I'm talking about 15 years it stayed on Billboard's charts. That's amazing. Pink Floyd's The Dark Side of the Moon. That's from the Know-It-All department today, and boy, do we have a great show lined up. The pet of the day is here also. Plus, we're going to tell you about something else that's happening. All that and a lot more coming up. All right, we've got the Humane Society with us right now. Kathy's with us. And Kathy, who do we have today?
This is Lily.
Lily.
Isn't she just the most adorable little thing ever? Look at
Little
this
Chihuahua,
look
right?
At this little face, yeah.
He's a lot smaller than some of those you brought in.
I know. They gave me a break this week. They go from 4 pounds to 104 pounds. So.
Now, how did last week? His last week's was adopted?
Yeah.
He was adopted?
He was
That's
adopted.
amazing,
And the
the
week
record.
before that, yeah.
We keep it going then.
Yeah,
That's
we've still
great.
got one left. We have one girl left that has to go home. Her name is Eve. We're still waiting for Eve to go home. But yeah, so far everybody's gone.
All right, now tell us a little bit about Lily.
Well, Lily has been with us for probably about 3 or 4 weeks. She's about 8 years old. She was part of an unfortunate situation at her home.
Yeah.
So we have her now. But she's very sweet. I mean, she loves to be held and kissed and cuddled, and she's just adorable. She's perfect.
She is.
She's just absolutely adorable.
She is.
So we want her to go home to a really nice family. And
Well, we've
just,
been pretty successful so
yes,
far in
we
getting
have.
people adopted on.
Exactly.
The puppies adopted on
Yeah,
this show.
Thank you so much.
Now, anything coming up?
Oh, we have a lot of things coming up. We have PetSmart coming up this weekend. The one at Surfside, 544 and 17. That's Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 3. And then we're still working on the Mellow Mushroom coming up on February the 15th. The one here in Myrtle Beach, as well as the one in Murrells Inlet. So that's a big event for us. So
Y'all going to be back, I think, next week. Talk about that, right? Yeah, we're going to talk about that more next week.
Yeah, and the other thing we're doing is it's not really an event, but we have a fundraising drive going on through our Facebook page. This is February, so it's Heart Month. So unfortunately, we have so many dogs at our shelter. We have, I think, the last count was 19 dogs that are heartworm positive. She's not, but we have so many dogs that are heartworm positive, and it's very, very expensive to treat heartworms. It's like $1,000 per dog that the shelter takes up, because we don't include that. We do include it in an adoption fee, but it's still $120. We cover the rest of it for the heartworm treatment. So it's very expensive for the shelter. So we're trying to raise money for heartworm treatments for all of the dogs that we have.
Now, where can they go? On your Facebook? What's your Facebook? What is it called? Grand Strand Humane?
Grand Strand Humane Society, yeah.
All right, we'll check it out on Facebook and see if we can't help them
so
at all.
much.
All right, talking about the shelter's open all the time.
Yes,
now.
we're open 7 days a week, almost 24 hours a day, it seems, but from 12 to 5, but 12 to 5, 7 days a week, but then we have extended hours on Thursdays and Fridays till 7 o'clock. And we have all kinds of adoptable dogs and cats that are looking for wonderful people like you.
Yeah, like you. I need one. I need a puppy. Now, Kathy, how long have you been with the Humane Society? I mean,
I've been there
Grand Strand?
7 years myself.
7 years?
Yeah.
Okay, you love it, don't you?
I do. I love
it.
You do.
You want to take everyone home with you.
I have taken quite a few, actually.
All right, now you're looking for people that maybe can, what do you call them, babysit them, take care of them for a while?
Well, we have foster wives, definitely for foster care. We have a lot of need for fosters. We had a lot of people step up and help us out last week when the weather was so cold. A lot of people from the community came and helped us. So yeah, we need fosters, obviously adopters, volunteers to come and just walk the dogs and take care of the cats or do dishes or whatever they feel like doing.
So just call the Grand Strand Humane Society, and they will find something for you to do.
We'll always have something for them to do. You can do anything there, and we'll be happy.
If you love pets, you'll love it. Thanks, Kathy.
Love pets. Thank
you. Lily, thank you. I hope we don't see you again.
Never
I hope you
again.
get adopted.
She's a good girl.
Right. More coming up. Stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, everybody's wondering about 31, when it's going to be finished. You know, it gets off at 5:44 right now. But we're going to find out today from Kelly. Kelly, give me some good news.
Well, like you, we're ready for this project to be finished. We're hoping to have it wrapped up in the spring. We did see some delays from Hurricane Florence, but right now the Department of Transportation that manages that project is telling us they anticipate it to be done this spring. Could be as early as March or April of this year.
March or April. That is looking great. I mean, then it's going to go all the way down. It'll take 31 all the way from North Myrtle Beach all the way to, where does it come out? Is 707?
Yes, all the way down into the South Strand. We're looking forward. That's going to help alleviate some of the traffic throughout the beach area. So we're looking forward to having that project completed.
Now, that's, I tell you, it is so nice. That road is going to help a lot with traffic when you're moving it from north to south. Because right now, when you come off, and I'm on the way home on 544, it's unbelievable the cars that are coming off on 544. And if we could take more of them to 31, all the way down to 707, it'd be great. Yeah, but they did. When was the project originally supposed to be finished before the delays hit us?
So we had hoped to have the project wrapped up in December of 2018. So we are a few months behind that, but we're hoping to get it done. We're in the home stretch now.
All right, now you got to keep in touch. Let me know when they're going to open it and everything, because I want to know, because that's a big deal for everybody in this area. Now, any other main road construction, anything going on anywhere right now?
So we've got a lot of projects. We've got the 707 and Glens Bay projects that are wrapping up. We're also about to get underway with our Ride 3 projects. That's going to be things like the Carolina Forest Boulevard widening project. So I'd really encourage all of your viewers to follow us on our website at horrycounty.org. You can find a dashboard of all those current road projects to see what's going on in their neighborhood.
So keep in touch, check it out. Give them that website again.
So it's horrycounty.org.
horrycounty.org, and find out about it. So there's a lot more going on than just 31 extension.
Yes, there are a lot of projects underway.
All right, can I ask you this? What was the cost of 31 extension? Do you know what it was?
I'm not sure what the total cost will end up being. Once the road is all complete and they've gotten through the punch list items, they'll have that final number.
We'll get that. All right, we appreciate you being here. Now, don't you forget, let me know right before it's going to be opened up where we can get you on the show to tell everybody, because they're going to sit out there, be clapping and everything.
Absolutely, I'm looking very forward to that. Yes,
they'll be so happy to do that. I know you get asked that question every day, don't you?
Yes, yes.
All right, now what else? What else is your job? Entail?
Well, we've got all kinds of things going on at Horry County, so I encourage people to check us out on the website. We also just launched a new HC Connect app. You can find that in the App Store. That's going to show you things like the permits that are coming up near your house. A lot of people are interested in the growth and development, not just in roads, but what's happening around their neighborhoods. So that app is a great way to connect with us as well. And our department is here to help people find the information they're looking for about what's going on.
What's the name of the app again? What is it?
It's called HC Connect.
HC Connect.
Yes.
Kelly, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. All right, more coming up. We're going to tell you about something else that's happening. We'll be right back. All right, the 5th annual craft fair featuring Low Country Food Bank and food and pet food also. I mean, they're going to be looking for help on this. All right, we got Mickey with us now, and let's talk a little bit about this craft fair. What all is going to be involved with it?
This is the 5th annual that we're doing. It's a craft fair basically for the benefit of the Low Country Food Bank. Everybody who comes in pays in food. The vendors pay in food and the guests pay in food. We're trying to beat last year's numbers if we can, because there's always a tremendous need in the community. This year we decided to do something a little bit different. We've added pet food. And it's mainly because when families get a certain amount of food for the family, there isn't necessarily anything for the pets, and so they share their food. And they don't really have an overabundance. So we're going to include pets because they're parts of the families.
It is part of the family. Now, how did y'all do last year in collecting?
Last year we got $1,600 in cash, and that came from the vendors donate sandwiches and cookies and cakes, and people buy them for lunch and just put money in the donation box. And we have somebody at the door who just gets money for us from people who are just generous enough to add money to their box. And we also got just under 4,600 pounds of food.
Wow, that is great. Y'all did this. Now, this is the 5th year that you've done this.
Yes, this will be the 5th year.
And it helps the Low Country. It helps it a lot.
Yes, and it's the Low Country in the Myrtle Beach area. You know, the money and the food stays right in this area.
Well, that's good. Now, how long have you been involved in this?
I started this 5 years ago.
I knew you did. I wanted you to tell them that. Now, how many volunteers do you have helping with you?
My husband.
And that's it?
Well, when the day of the fair, we have people helping out in the kitchen. We have Kelly Barker from the Ollie. She stands at the door and helps with people and directs people. And we just basically, you know, whoever comes up, if they can help, they can help. But we don't really work on too many volunteers. But we have people giving out flyers. The vendors give out flyers so that everyone in their own communities will know about it. We have people coming in as vendors from North Carolina, down towards Pawleys Island. They're all around. So it's fun. And we have a lot of new ones. We have 105 vendors this year.
Wow.
And
that's very good.
We have a lot of new ones doing different things. Vendors change every year because some people are snowbirds and they don't come back.
Right.
Or they move, or they have something going on. So every year, of the 105, probably 45 to 50 are new ones.
All right. Can you give me a few examples of what kind of crafts you're going to have? You've got a few seconds.
Well, we've got woodenware. We have sewing. We have quilting. We have paper products. We have wreaths. We have glass. We have jewelry.
Wow. Okay. Well, you got a little bit of everything.
Yes, we have.
And it's going to be
where?
We have
a lot of everything.
Tell them where it's going to be and what time.
It's going to be at the, what people know as the Base Rec Center, but it's now called the General Robert Reed Recreation Center, and it's in
right next to the culinary.
Right next to the culinary building. They share a driveway.
That's a great place.
So it's and they're really very nice. This year we're taking over the entire building.
Wow. Starts what time? What's the
Starts
date?
for guests from 10 until 4, and it's on this Sunday.
Check it out.
The 10th of February.
All right, Mick, thanks you for being here.
Thank you very much, and I'm glad that we can get the information to the public.
We love to help.
People need food.
That's right.
Okay.
All right, more coming up. Stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, we've had a great show today. I understand the Patriots, the team is right now celebrating. It's on television right now, so they're having a fun time. There it is. There we go. They're having a great time. It's in Boston, so you can check out the Patriots. And congratulations, because I was pulling for the Patriots. Yes, I was. All right, we've had a great time. Don't forget, we'll be back tomorrow. Another show and a lot of fun stuff. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget, tell a friend about the show.
Carolina and Company Live is sponsored by the businesses, organizations, and groups featured in this program. The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect that of WPDE ABC 15, WWMB CW 21, or its employees.